15 years after the fall of the fourth government, headed by Silvio Berlusconi after his victory in the 2018 elections, the Italian far-right is preparing to return to power if the polls that favor him in the general elections are believed. The coalition, which includes the parties Forza Italia, Forward Italy, the League, and the Brothers of Italy, carries a set of proposals aimed at limiting the powers of the European Commission, of which, fighting legal immigration, and electing the President of the Republic directly from the people in a last, almost desperate attempt by Silvio Berlusconi to reach the first presidency, which I have disobeyed him for years because of the legal prosecutions he was subjected to and the court rulings that deprived him for a period of his political rights. Berlusconi said this week that if the constitutional article is amended to elect the President of the Republic directly by the people, the current president, Sergio Mattarella, who was recently re-elected for a second term, must step down and make way for a new president to be elected. This talk sparked strong criticism from the center and left parties, who warned of the danger of right-wing parties coming to power after their deviation towards extremist positions, and at such a stage during which Europe is witnessing political, economic, and security turmoil that threatens to reshape regional and international balances. Despite the repeated statements issued by the leaders of the far-right parties to abandon fascist principles, adhere to the rules of democratic political action and respect basic freedoms, doubts remain about the real goals of these parties if they reach power. Especially in light of its alliances outside the European framework with the radical wing of the U.S. Republican Party, the far-right ideologue Steve Bannon in the United States, and with the hard-line ideological circle surrounding Vladimir Putin in Russia. These doubts and fears have grown in recent days after the Brothers of Italy party returned to raising the slogan God, the Homeland, the Family as a title for its electoral campaign, a slogan raised by the Italian fascists in the 30s of the last century. Giorgia Meloni had defended the slogan, which she described as the most beautiful statement of love through the generations, and traced it back to the teachings of Cicero at the height of the Roman Empire's influence. At the electoral rally organized by the Brothers of Italy last weekend in the town of Latina, near Rome, where Mussolini launched the fascist party, Meloni said, "This slogan is the basis of Western civilization, which is the source of our traditions, culture, identity, and belonging." She defended the holy Christian roots in her fight on the European level. She ended her speech by saying, "Here we inhale the breezes of love and patriotism, and the basic and traditional values that we will continue to defend, despite all that is said about us." Meanwhile, many warn that if Berlusconi resorted to an alliance with the neo-fascists to gain power at the end of the last century and the beginning of this century, the neo-fascists, and their heirs, who hold the reins of the Italian right today, lure Berlusconi and what remains of his waning popularity to reach the goal.